LeBron James' longevity stats are worthless in the GOAT debate. Imagine the NBA's greatest debate raging for decades. Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. And every time Jordan's name comes up, the same weapon gets drawn. Longevity.
It's better, Jordan or LeBron?
LeBron. I love what Jordan's done for the game, but LeBron's better.
Who has more titles?
Jordan.
Who has a better offensive game?
Jordan.
Who has won more defensive players of the year?
Jordan, yeah.
Who's clutcher?
In my eyes, Jordan.
So Jordan is better than LeBron at almost every facet of the game?
Yeah.
Then how is LeBron better?
Because look at LeBron.
That's it, just look at him.
Like the beard.
The beard?
Ties it together.
Beard and the bald head is your number one rationale for him being the GOAT?
Get some help.
Michael Jordan's bald too, but does he have that giant beard?
Who cares?
When children are owned by their elders. Of course, Jordan.
Is as great as LeBron James is, and how much he deserves to be celebrated, we don't talk about what he has done to hurt, not the game, but narratives associated with the game because of how he responds to it. I looked it up, Wilbon and Doggy. Do y'all know that there have been over 5,400 players in NBA history that have played in the NBA? I have LeBron James as number 2 all time. We're talking about Russell. We're talking about Kareem. We're talking about Wilt. We're talking about Kobe. We're talking about Elgin Baylor and Oscar Robertson and all these people. I have the man number 2. In his world, that's an insult. I got a bunch of stats here that's comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron James.
Yeah.
There's nothing negative here about LeBron James. Not one thing.
But some of the arguments are.
Let me say this.
Out of balance.
Here's what I mean, what I'm trying to say. Here's what I mean. I'm going to pass it to Doggy because I want Doggy to get in here. I got 6 championships to your 4. Okay? Now, you could hear it 2 ways. You could hear that you're too shy of 6, or you could hear that you are 4-time.
LeBron. 15 assists tonight for the leader of the NBA. They gave him baseline, and he missed the dunk. They gave him the baseline, and he missed the slam.
You always get
Ranked higher all time in each stat category. Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Total points. LeBron James. LeBron James is first overall in total points scored. Michael Jordan is 5th. Points per game.
Michael Jordan.
LeBron is 5th. Michael Jordan is 1st. Playoff points per game.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is 1st. LeBron James is 6th. Scoring titles.
Michael Jordan.
Correct. Michael Jordan is 1st. LeBron James is 6th. Finals MVP awards.
Michael Jordan.
He's 1st. LeBron 2nd. All defensive first teams.
This one is tough, but I'm going to go Michael Jordan.
He's 1st all time. LeBron James is 5th.
How do you not think this guy's the GOAT?
Player efficiency rating.
I'm going to go Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's 1st. LeBron James is 3rd. Playoff player efficiency rating.
I'm going to stick with Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan 1st. LeBron James 3rd. Win shares per 48 minutes.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan 1st. LeBron James 8th. Playoff plus minus.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's 1st. LeBron James 3rd. Michael Jordan is 1st in all these categories. Is he the GOAT?
LeBron is the best perfect basketball player ever. But in terms of greatness, dominance, Michael Jordan.
The pro-LeBron side of a GOAT debate keeps going back to the same powerful argument again and again. Longevity. More points than anybody in NBA history, more playoff wins, more games, more minutes, more seasons, simply more of everything. Those numbers are constantly thrown at fans like they're supposed to instantly end the Michael Jordan debate forever. But here's the issue nobody on that side really wants to face. The exact same longevity stats that helped build LeBron's legendary image also opened the door to the biggest criticism of his entire GOAT case. And once both sides are looked at honestly, the conversation becomes far more uncomfortable than sports television usually likes to admit. First, respect has to be given where it's earned. What LeBron James has done physically is unbelievable. There's no denying that. Competing at this level so deep into his career is something basketball has rarely ever seen before. Heavy minutes, non-stop pressure, endless playoff runs, recovery work, injuries, expectations, and constant media attention. LeBron has carried all of it for over 2 decades and still steps on the floor looking like a superstar. Most players are completely worn down long before this point, but LeBron kept pushing forward like a machine built in a lab. That kind of discipline deserves real credit no matter which side of the debate you're on. He turned durability into a superpower, and that alone puts him in historic territory. But the GOAT debate was never supposed to be only about lasting the longest. That's where the discussion starts becoming complicated. Being the greatest of all time is supposed to mean dominance, fear, and complete control over the sport when the pressure mattered most. longevity can blur that line if people stop paying close attention. Suddenly, stacking totals becomes more important than actually ruling an era. Accumulating stats starts getting treated like dominance. Staying around longer becomes equal to greatness, even when the results aren't anywhere near perfect. That's where the argument begins to feel shaky. That's the loophole many LeBron supporters continue to lean on. Watch how the debate usually plays out. Career totals get thrown around like the conversation is already over. Over 43,000 points and counting. Most playoff wins ever, most playoff games ever, most minutes played, most seasons. Then Jordan's numbers get placed next to those totals like it's supposed to immediately end the argument. Jordan played 15 seasons. LeBron is now in year 23 and still averaging elite numbers. On the surface, it sounds impossible to beat. More years mean more opportunities. More opportunities mean more stats. More stats must mean the better player. Sounds simple, right? Not exactly, because the same formula that built those legendary records also created the ugly records people rarely mention during these debates. Every extra season added more points, sure, but it also added more missed shots, more turnovers, more playoff defeats, rough performances, and more seasons ending without championships. Longevity works both ways, and that's the part people keep overlooking. Start with missed shots, because this almost never gets talked about on television for obvious reasons. LeBron James has missed over 15,500 field goals during his career. Missed, not attempted, missed. That's the highest total in NBA history by a huge margin. That's the highest total in NBA history by a massive margin. More than Kobe Bryant, more than every high-volume scorer fans once criticized for taking too many shots. The same career that created the all-time scoring record also created the all-time missed shot record. That's simply what happens when someone plays for over 2 decades while taking an enormous number of attempts. Volume creates both sides of the story, yet somehow that graphic rarely appears during GOAT debates. Funny how that works. Fans constantly hear celebrations about the scoring title, but very few people mention the missed shots attached to it. The flashy numbers get highlighted, while the uncomfortable ones quietly fade into the background. That's not always objective analysis. Sometimes it feels more like branding. Then turnovers enter the conversation, and things become even harder to overlook. LeBron owns both the all-time regular season turnover record and the all-time playoff turnover record. No player in NBA history has turned the ball over more times. Bad passes, stripped possessions, loose dribbles, forced decisions in traffic, all of it adds up over time. Every extra season creates more chances for mistakes to increase. Again, this is the side of longevity that people rarely like discussing. Playing longer gives someone more opportunities to build greatness, but it also gives more opportunities for failure. The stat sheet counts both equally, and here's the interesting part. The same people defending the missed shots often use the same explanation. He had the ball more. Fair enough. But if that logic applies to scoring and missed attempts, shouldn't it apply to turnovers as well? If LeBron controlled the ball more than anyone else, naturally the giveaways would rise too. Same formula, same reality. So here's the question many people seem uncomfortable answering. If career totals are considered the ultimate proof of greatness, then why is the all-time turnover record suddenly ignored? Why doesn't it appear in highlight montages? Why is it rarely mentioned during GOAT discussions? The answer seems simple. One side strengthens the argument, while the other weakens it. The positive totals are constantly repeated, while the negative ones quietly stay in the background. Then you get to playoff losses, and this is where the conversation becomes even more uncomfortable. LeBron James has more playoff losses than any player in NBA history, more postseason defeats than Jordan, more than Magic Johnson, more than Larry Bird, more than nearly every legend who came before him. The same playoff resume filled with victories also comes attached to over 100 postseason losses. That's the trade-off of competing in playoff basketball for more than 20 years. And here's the part that frustrates many people defending longevity. Michael Jordan still owns the better playoff winning percentage. Once the focus shifts away from raw totals and toward efficiency and success rate, Jordan still comes out on top. The percentages lean one way. The eye test leans one way. Championship dominance points in one direction as well. Yet people still act as if simply playing longer automatically means greater playoff success. That's where the logic starts feeling weak. Lasting longer and dominating harder are not automatically the same thing. Then comes the finals record, which may be the biggest battlefield in the entire GOAT debate. LeBron has 4 championships alongside 6 finals losses. 6 defeats on basketball's biggest stage. That's not a tiny detail people can simply ignore. That statistic follows him into nearly every GOAT discussion. He's been swept in the finals, and there were playoff exits during seasons that were expected to end with championships. Because he reached the postseason for so many years, he also experienced more playoff heartbreak than almost any superstar in league history. And the usual response is almost always the same, but he made 10 finals. And yes, that absolutely matters. Reaching the NBA Finals 10 times is an incredible achievement. Nobody is denying that. But the other side of the story matters too. He also lost 6 of those finals appearances. Both facts exist at the same time, whether fans want to accept it or not. Even the All-Star record tells a similar story. LeBron also holds a record for most All-Star game losses. Sure, it's only an exhibition game, but it still reflects the same larger reality. When a player stays around for an extremely long time, every category grows, the good and the bad. That's the bigger point people often avoid discussing. These negative records didn't appear out of nowhere. They are directly tied to the positive ones. Everyone celebrates the idea that more games create more opportunities, and more opportunities create more stats. That's true, but works in every direction. More points also mean more missed shots. More wins also mean more losses. More assists can also mean more turnovers. You can't separate the good side from the bad side simply because one version sounds better on television. The same journey created both. Michael Jordan played 15 seasons and stepped away from a game at the top more than once. Then he returned in his 30s, captured 3 more championships, and left again. He wasn't chasing career totals year after year because his dominance had already made its statement. LeBron has played 23 seasons and counting, so naturally the totals are much larger. More years usually lead to bigger numbers, but bigger numbers don't automatically equal greater greatness. Those are completely different discussions, no matter how much people try to combine them, and this debate isn't only about statistics either. Throughout LeBron's career, teams built around him reportedly gave up major talent, draft picks, and roster flexibility in an effort to maximize championship opportunities. Front offices repeatedly reshaped entire organizations every few years, always chasing another title run. One trade after another, new teammates arriving, roster resets, and another search for the missing piece. At some stage, it started to feel less like long-term growth and more like constant change. Sports media often repeats the idea that LeBron makes everyone around him better. But if that's entirely true, then why did supporting casts continue changing every few years? Why were organizations repeatedly rebuilding around him instead of developing long-term chemistry? Most true dynasties usually grow together. Players improve together, systems stay consistent, and everyone understands their role. But with LeBron-led teams, there often seemed to be non-stop urgency. Win immediately, fix problems immediately, replace pieces immediately. Young players were moved, draft picks disappeared, and future plans were sacrificed to keep championship hopes alive. And to be fair, that strategy did lead to success at different times. Nobody can deny that. But when viewed from a wider perspective, it creates a very different image compared to the long-term stability fans saw from other all-time legends. Then, there's the coaching discussion, which often gets ignored. Throughout LeBron's career, multiple head coaches ended up losing their jobs while leading his teams. Mike Brown, David Blatt, Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham. Even Eric Spoelstra reportedly faced pressure at different points. Serious pressure reportedly started building early in Miami before Pat Riley eventually shut down much of the outside noise. And whenever things began moving in the wrong direction, a familiar pattern seemed to appear. Coaches faced criticism. Front offices rushed to make adjustments. Changes came quickly, while LeBron's influence often remained steady. Fair or unfair, many fans noticed that trend over the years. Now, compare that situation to Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson wasn't already viewed as an all-time coaching icon before working with Jordan. He stepped into a huge challenge. Jordan committed to the system, trusted the process, and stayed patient long enough for the partnership to turn into a dynasty. There wasn't constant panic every offseason, no endless cycle of coaching changes, and no non-stop hunt for another superstar solution. Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, and the Bulls built chemistry and controlled an entire era together. That consistency became part of their greatness. LeBron's career often looked very different. Constant changes, different teammates, new systems, roster experiments, and another win now approach every few seasons. Longevity became connected to constant reinvention rather than one uninterrupted stretch of complete league dominance. Then there's one statistic that many believe perfectly sums up the volume argument. LeBron is reportedly the only player in NBA history with more than 2,500 missed two-pointers, 2,500 missed three-pointers, and 2,500 missed free throws. Think about how unbelievable that sounds. That's what happens when someone takes a massive number of shots across more than 20 years. The records grow in every direction at once. Defenders quickly point to his efficiency numbers and remind people that he has still shot around 50% for his career, which is undeniably impressive for a high-volume scorer.